related to my babysitter here. I was born in '51, and I know the true John Evans. My father would be here and has sent me in his place. Hi, Dad. He's down below. I promise you.
That's my brother. That's my brother.
Someone said my father was impish. I think they were being very kind. If my father was here, there would be a dead fish wrapped in a box underneath the table. So, you know, it gets some more age to it. But anyways, John, if you come up here for a second. This is something my father would want you to have. And my father raised Eileen well. I mean, he was the oldest child. And he was tough. I mean, he was tough on himself, but he was tough on everybody around him. My father was. And Eileen is a very fiery woman. For those who really know her, I mean, she has a will and a temper that is unmatchable. So, anyways, I realize you're both getting on in age, and as my father would say, you know, she's not as fiery as she used to be. So, because of that, he would want you to have this.
Bill, you would appreciate this. This literally is a very special hot sauce. This is called Bobo's Gourmet Kitchen Bitch Spit. It's about the kind of stuff we used to try out there. We used to have competitions out in Snowmass. This would be right at the top of the heap. I like that very much. Thank you very much. Oh, Bob also was very kind and has added something to the lore over here that will be dearly, dearly held in my heart for years to come. And it was something about, I knew you never had much sense, so he's tried to provide something along that line to carry me further, yes, to further on in life. And actually, you know, I'm looking at each one of those coins, hoping I'll find something of worth, including good sense. Probably. I very much. Very kind.
I've been in the works for about 8 months, and my friend Marianne, if she'll raise her hand, put all those pennies together.
Oh, God bless you. You probably had something to do with this. What we call bitch. Eat your heart out, Bill. I'll share it.
I'm just getting warmed up here.
Okay, so can I sit down now?
You can do whatever you want.
Okay, I'll be in line.
I'm not Eileen.
Okay, lead on.
But the segue into the pennies is something I was trying to think of something to kind of reflect on years. I was born in '51, and you know the years mount up, and you think back to a certain year, and you think when your kids were born, what you were doing, and all that. And I told John about 6 months ago that I would like him to sit and think by year all the things that happened to him. And as he said, he had a very colorful life, and he well deserved to have a very colorful life because John did not have much sense early in life. You know,
Except when you married Eileen.
we always wondered where that came from. But as he said, his father-in-law was an attorney, my dad was an attorney, and John was an engineer. And I call engineers gearheads because they only think one way. They have no reverse. They can't go sideways. You know, everything is a very process-driven. And John would sit down there drinking with these two lawyers, going through his process, and they would just sit there and kick his ass all the time. And he would sit there and go, and finally he'd be speechless. Seriously, he'd be speechless. I'd be over playing on the pinball machine, looking over at them guys, and I kept thinking, why is he so stupid to put himself in that position? Because they didn't pick on each other. They had John. And in fact, the truth be known, my grandmother had 2 Johns in her house.
Yes, that's right.
2 brother-in-laws named John. There was John, and there was the good John.
The perfect John. Not the good John, the perfect John.
And that's how she would refer to both of them when you were in a room. Well, John, now that you got a rest, come back up here. And Janice, if you'd come here too.
Okay, Janice, get up. Come on. You didn't realize you were in the Spanish Inquisition. It's actually the Irish Inquisition. Come here. You're in for it. Get up here. Get slow. That's right. The Irish Inquisition is about to occur.
Well, there's something called silver. It has a trademark called sterling silver, which is a very high quality silver. And both of you are sterling. And Janice, I want you to have this sterling dollar. And John, since you're only worth about half as much as Janice,
I got a lot of good sense.
I've got a bigger coin.